Welcome back. So this is problem 7, section 3.1. Question is find the absolute maximum and absolute minimum values of the function fx equals x cubed plus 12x squared minus 27x plus 3. The procedure is we first find critical values, okay, critical numbers of these function, and then based on the intervals to be used, we use the endpoints also. Okay, so to find the critical numbers, remember you need C is a critical number of fx if f prime at C is 0 or f prime at C is undefined. All right. So notice, because my function is a polynomial, its derivative is going to be a polynomial. It's always defined. Okay, defined because there is no denominator, there is no square root, there are no problem issues. But f prime equals 0, that's a nice thing to look for. So what is f prime of x? Here it is 3x power 2 plus 24x minus 27. Get that? 3x to the 2. This 2 comes down, 24 x to the first power minus only 27 survives. 3 being a constant, there is nothing to it, right? No derivative. Derivative is simply 0. This equals, notice I can pull a 3 out. I get x to the power 2 plus 8x minus 9. Aha, this looks like I can factor it. That is equal to 3 times, what's the factorization of this? X plus 9 times x minus 1. Okay, so we want to see where the derivative is 0. So f prime of x equals 0 implies the following. Implies 3x plus 9 times x minus 1 equals 0, because that is what f prime is. Okay, so solving for x, from the first factor we get x equals negative 9, and solving from the second factor you get x equals positive 1. So these are the critical numbers. Okay, now I repeat, because f is a polynomial, when you take the derivative, notice you don't have any denominator, you don't have any square roots. So f is defined everywhere. The derivative is defined everywhere. So the second part will not happen. It's only the first part we have to worry about, and we did. So now going back to our problem, we are looking at the interval negative 10 to 0. So that is a part. The interval is negative 10 until 0. Okay, so now let me look at this. Negative 9 fits here. Okay, but 1 does not. So 1 is of no concern to me in this interval. So I'm going to make a small drawing here. All right, so let's take make a table. Okay, drawing on an online editor takes longer than drawing on a board, but well, times are as they are. And finally, okay, so I'm going to place x here and f of x here. Mind you, not f prime, f. Okay, so placing an x here. And what is y? Y will be f of x. All right. So that's there. So what are the options? Negative 10. Was the other option negative 9? Mind you, negative 9 fits here. All right. And the next one is 0. Okay. I hope this is clear why I chose these numbers. Endpoints of your interval and any critical number that fits in your interval. Negative 9 fits here, 1 does not. So these are the numbers. Now you are going to substitute these numbers in f of x. F of x being this entire thing. All right. Substitute negative 10 in f of x. All right. I've already done this work. So for negative 10, it is 473. Okay. And for, where am I? For negative 9, it is 489. And for 0, it is 3. Okay, check my work, or you can try your own problem. So I substituted. So remember, I'm substituting these numbers in f. All right, because that's, you want to find absolute maximum and minimum of f. All right, so plug these numbers in f. Now the absolute maximum is 489. You see, and the absolute minimum is 3. All right, let's check. There, they are correct. Continuing similarly, what I get here is, so my critical numbers are negative 9 and 1. So I will try to go through this faster. So the interval A here for this B part is negative 7 to 2. Negative 7 until 2. Okay, so I will simply say for x, the values are, so look, 1 fits here, but negative 9 does not fit here. So I will have 1 in this problem. Okay, so first the endpoints have to be there, critical numbers have to be there, endpoints, left endpoint critical number is 1, and so on. Now I have calculated y for these x values. For negative 7, I get 437. For 1, I have negative 11. And for 2, I have 5. So now looking at these numbers, the absolute maximum is 437. And the absolute minimum is negative 11. All right. And C part, oh, by the way, y was equals f of x. Always remember, you are plugging in x values in f, not its derivative in the original function. Okay, so now continuing for C part, negative 10 to 2. Okay, the interval here is negative 10 until 2. Okay, so let me go back. What are my critical numbers? Negative 9 and 1. They both fit here. You see, negative 9 is here and 1 is also there. So my x values will be the end point, left end point, -9, that's a critical number, 1, which is a critical number, and 2, that is the right end point. Okay, and my y is, substitute these x values in my original function, and I have already done that calculation. So at -10 I have 473, at -9 I have 489, and at 1 I have -11, and at 2 I have 5. Okay, so what does this say? The absolute maximum is 489 and the absolute minimum is -11. Okay, submit. We are done. Until the next video.